We're live?
Yeah.
We're live. So we got Nick and Steve, right?
Yep.
Servis
Yep.
Brothers.
Yep.
What is the name of your business?
Service events.
Service Events. You
Yeah,
guys
man.
came respectable in this show.
They did.
Yeah, dude.
man.
You know what? This makes me kind of disrespect Nick a little bit. He didn't show up in a barber coat.
His jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, like he showed up in that really cool bomber jacket, but he didn't show up in the barber gear that he always has on
Yeah.
for everybody else. So
Ah,
I feel
dude,
a
always.
little slighted by it.
The true uniform, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
They both got 2 pens in the pocket.
Oh yeah,
And
man.
that's all for show.
I was definitely half tempted to bring the fucking tweezers also.
Like the thermometer.
yeah, I was gonna say like nobody else knows this, but we don't have any kitchen here.
Yeah.
So I'm like they're actually gonna whip up some food.
We were like, yeah, we were thinking about that, but we didn't work it out together.
Yeah. So how long have you guys been in business?
So we started October 6th was our first event that we did. We kicked around the idea a little bit last year in like June or so when we were already kind of forced out of the restaurants. And then we went and spent some time on the farm in Maine through the Wolf program. We can get into that in a little bit. And we had the idea about it, spent some time up there. And when we came home, we just started in October, started putting out just things that we had this idea to do this kind of in-home kind of dining service. And from the following we kind of had for the last 10 years of us being in the restaurant industry, it was almost kind of like, oh, it's about time you're doing this. And it kind of just really just took off on its own from there.
Yep.
And we've done at least one every single week since then. You know,
Yeah.
we've done
One event.
we've done more than one a week, but at a
least.
minimum of at least one a week since October.
Yeah.
So you're like take me through the size of your events.
Sure.
How many people?
So the biggest ones we've done has been 10 people so far. We do 2 people. We would do 1 person if you wanted us to come to your house, cook for 1 person.
Now if I'm that guy and I want you to come cook for just me,
Sure.
do both of you guys come?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
It's like a
That's
show.
cool.
So like when we come to these events, you know, like I do a lot of the serving, a lot of like the talking and the, you know, the
Informing, if you will.
informing and stuff, if you will. And then he does a lot of like the labor and he does a lot of the cooking and he's more back of house where I can be more front of house. So it's a collaborative effort. If we came to do 1 person, yeah, we would hopefully that you would sit in the kitchen with us and that we would be able to kind of cook along with you and teach you what we're doing the whole time, explain the whole process, explain the ingredients, better than, you know, when we do a 10 top, it's hard to even tell them sometimes what the dish is.
Yeah.
'Cause it's hard to get everybody to
Right.
kind of quiet down when
Yeah.
we come and serve, and you got to fucking scream over them or something.
They're drinking wine.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
They're also, you know, and it's cool. They're in their own home, so they're fucking comfortable.
Yeah. They're
you know.
all their friends. You know what I mean? There have been times where like, you know, we've gone. It's kind of you have to feel out the room every time.
Yeah.
You know, we did one that was like some guys who every year they get together and they were all like in their 60s and they're like grade school friends. Like, why should they give a fuck about us?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
you're all
there's-
here for each other.
You have
know
to
what I
kind of
mean?
know when you're there to entertain.
Yeah,
and when
exactly.
you're there to cook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, there's probably a balance there.
Yeah.
So you guys go into people's homes.
Yep.
Do you also cook anywhere else, or is it always their home?
It's always,
It's
I
always
mean,
their home.
always their home. We offer if you want to get out of your house, we have a nice kitchen in our house. You want to come do it at our house, you can do it at our house.
We're doing one, you know, for my mom's corporate event, like it's kind of like an office like this, I guess, but they have like a huge kitchen in it. So we'll do that there.
Yeah, we tried partnering with this bed and breakfast, this inn called Galvanized America Inn and Art Gallery, to host some dinners there. We did one with the family who owns it in like January or so.
Yeah.
Trying to do a few other ones. It was kind of hard to get people to want to go there and stay the night and have dinner. Like during the winter time, I think during the summertime it's gonna pop off. They have a huge pool and a really fucking nice patio and a whole lot of land, and it's right here in Bucks County, and it's super beautiful.
Are there minimum requirements we need for a kitchen to come to?
No.
So we honestly have this like running joke every time we go to a dinner of people who say like, oh, I have a really small kitchen. Like, can you do this here? Well, a part of our job is to be able to do this anywhere.
Yeah.
So if we had to bring a fucking hot plate and like a circulator for like a warm water bath and heat food up that way, that's how we would do it.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean? We
awesome.
had to figure out something.
Do you guys have to go out to where you're entertaining,
No.
or you just collect all that information over the phone?
No.
and
We don't
Yeah,
do any
it's
of
over
that.
the phone.
Like,
Yeah.
again, so the only information we ask for when you book a dinner is the date of the event, the amount of people, your allergies and your aversions. Aversions just being like, do you not like that? a start time. We come about an hour before you kind of start to set up and do our whole setup and stuff like that. We ask for your menu choice or your protein choice, and we do that because we use all whole animals, whole fish. We buy full strip loins or full fillet loins, so it's not ecologically friendly. It's not environmentally friendly to be buying a full chicken, so you can have a chicken breast, so you can have a piece of salmon, so that guy can have a duck leg. So we kind of do it in a way that like it's almost like a big chef's tasting menu where everybody's eating the same thing. Yeah. So we ask for your protein choice, which then also kind of dictates the price, the address, and then we ask if it's for any kind of special occasion, just so we can put that on top of the menu, like Happy Birthday Linda, or Congratulations Jason and Rocco, or something like that, just to make it a little more personal. But that's it. Like, we don't ask for pictures of your kitchen. No. We don't ask for what kind of appliances you have. We don't ask for how big it is.
That's kind of the fun part about what we're doing now is every single week is a new people we meet, new connections, and a new kitchen that we have no idea what we're walking into.
Yeah,
it's brilliant. You get 2 to 3 hours with most people that are hiring you are probably pretty successful, or at least cool in their own right.
Yeah,
you spend 2-3 hours with them. They get to know you.
It's really cool.
We're saying like.
Some of the coolest has been like about what you were just saying, cooking for people who know us but don't really know us. Like our parents, friends, just some people that we've kind of come in contact with, or at the bars and shit around Doylestown. That after we get there and we talk and we hang out and we cook for them, they're like, "Holy shit! I had no idea about your story, your background, what you guys really do, the kind of food that you actually make. Like I knew you were a good cook, but I didn't know it was like this."
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool to cook for people who kind of know us and really fucking show them what we're about, and like really kind of like make that statement, like, "Yo, this is what we are. This is service events."
I like to do that too, except for usually when I do that, they don't talk to me afterwards. So hopefully you guys don't like.
Andrew had to go in the back of house.
I think a lot about when we were in the restaurants, going along with this whole kind of thing of hanging out with these people and why we kind of really enjoy it so much. When you're in the back of house of a restaurant, you don't talk to the guest.
Yeah.
Even when they come up, they thank the server, who then thanks the head chef. But like being a line cook or something else, like they don't give a fuck about you.
No.
But you're the one who's actually making it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and I know a lot of head chefs and I know a lot of restaurant owners, and I feel bad being like, "Hey, can you tell so and so I'm here? I just want to say hi," because I know what they're doing.
Sure,
I know they're busy. So usually I want to get in and get out.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to kind of be able to go into the kitchen and sit down with them while they're doing their thing, and still be able to hang out, because you do get those opportunities sometimes when it's a little slower in a restaurant, you get to hang out, and then you don't get that the next time. It's like
it's really cool now. Like I get to see your reaction. Like when you eat something, I get to see how much you really liked it or how much maybe you didn't like it. But like that was always one of the most rewarding things in the restaurants, was when the guests would come. We worked in a few restaurants that had like open kitchens, or the one place you worked at had like you walked up to it and the door opened automatically to the kitchen. So people would come up and just be like, "Hey guys, great fucking job tonight. Thanks for the show. This was the best meal I ever had." And like that makes the 80-hour week, getting paid minimum wage, worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had a crazy like restaurant bar idea back in the day. That there was like a pay phone on the way out, and on the way out of the door, you just like picked up the phone and like you just yell into the kitchen. How
yeah, that'd be fucking
dude. That's awesome.
So like,
I really like
this idea. It would only really fly in like New York, probably.
Sure, yeah.
Probably we get
somewhere
away with
like
it in
that,
New York,
yeah,
right?
Sure.
Where you just like you pick up the payphone, yo, everything that was great, thanks everybody. In the kitchen's just like, yeah, that's awesome.
Sure.
That'd be fucking sick.
Just be like somebody just like Chewbacca or something.
Yeah,
right?
Just anything.
yeah. You're like, whoa, compliments only.
Yeah, sure.
So you say you source like you do like the whole leg or the whole chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
Where do you sort? You saying like you kind of source locally with that stuff?
So all of our chickens are coming from Bolton's Farm in Percy. And then we have a friend of ours who in Elkins Park, his name's Dave, Dave's Backyard Farm. Shout out to Dave.
Shout out Dave.
Hey, Dave.
That he works with he's the one who kind of, if we get into our story a little bit later, you'll hear more about him. But he got us into foraging and just the natural foods in the wild.
Farming.
So that's like his big passion, was the kind of natural stuff. And so he now has a co-op that he gets a lot of really cool locally sourced stuff from all of Pennsylvania. So Kaiser Pheasantry is where we would get our duck from, which is in I think fucking Glen Rock, PA, or something like that. And then we try to get anything else like we can, like what's called Bloom & Glen Farm. We would go for pork or something like that.
We've gone to fucking Herring Brothers.
Yeah,
you know,
I love Herring Brothers.
Yeah,
that's where I get my stuff from.
Yep.
Yeah.
So not Butcher Block then.
No,
not Butcher Block. No, not Butcher Block. No.
It is tough though. Like when you get into the organic meats, aside from like really kind of chicken and stuff, it's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Herring Brothers is not cheap.
No,
and
but it's so
those
good.
guys in there, talk about old school.
Yeah,
those
awesome.
dudes still have the same pencil.
Yeah,
they write
bro.
like on that. It's like a bloody pad all the time. It's
Yeah, can we get into like what? Can we talk about like what you guys are charging right now for like for a head or anything?
So
like
we
that?
do for a chicken or like vegetarian menu, and I guess before we get into the pricing, so the menus, or I could tell you what was included. So we try to bring absolutely fucking everything you could think of you would get in a restaurant.
Everything.
So we bring all the plates, all of the silverware, all of our own cookware. We bring typed menus. We bring all the napkins for your lap. We bring our own flower bouquets, and you keep the flowers afterwards
condiments
and stuff.
I mean, what do you mean condiment? I'm not bringing you ketchup. No.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
No. It's pretty much like every other restaurant right now.
Exactly.
Like, I don't give you salt and pepper either.
No, like, everything, like realistically though, everything that we serve, should be fucking ready
should be
to
perfect.
go. It should be.
You shouldn't need salt and pepper. You shouldn't need a fucking condiment. You shouldn't
I
need
don't know what
anything
you guys
else.
would be cooking that you would need ketchup for.
Yeah,
but
sure.
You guys talking about like duck and
steak and shit.
Dude, if they came to our house and we had you guys over and you guys over, I'm pretty sure my kid's gonna ask for ketchup.
That's true.
So we try to bring everything like that. We bring like some pickled vegetables that we kind of call our bread and butter. So it's kind of like you get them for every dinner. Some just pick at as the meal goes on, and then we'll try and do something else kind of fun if it's around. And then so the menu is usually it's 5 to 6 courses. We say courses, but it's really probably about 7 to 8 plates. We don't really include the amuse-bouche and the intermezzo as a course. So it's amuse-bouche, a hot app, a salad, maybe another hot app or cold app, intermezzo, which is like a palate cleansing course, something light to change direction to get then your entree, then dessert, and then we also offer coffee service afterwards, French press coffee. From Backyard Bean in Lansdale, and we bring cream and sugar and all that kind of shit. So anything you'd expect in a restaurant. So then for the chicken and vegetarian menu, we do $150 a head, and then for steak, duck, pork, or fish,
like lamb or whatever,
whatever else, we do $200, and then we do a steak and lobster option for $250, and that one's usually more of like a family style kind of thing where like we'll serve like the steak and the lobster is cut up, the lobster tails in the tail, and then the steak cut up like on a big cutting board with like a few different kinds of sauces, some like roasted vegetables, like some local grain corn muffins with honey butter and just shit like that, to kind of just make it more of a family style, pick, serve yourself kind of thing. But then it gets into like custom stuff of like when you want to do bigger parties. So because we do the 5, 6, 7 courses, we're clearing your plate every time, and we're giving you a new plate when we plate it up and everything like that. So to do, 25 people that way, like
that's a lot.
That's pretty fucking
absurd. A lot of
absurd.
plates. Yeah.
So for something like that, we would do more of a catering kind of thing, where it'd be family style kind of stuff, where you'd get like a couple options of salads and pickable things, and then we would do like an entree kind of style something.
So you've done up to 10 right now, but what would your limit?
So we have a party of 30 next month. That's going to be something like that.
And there's facilities that you're going to.
So that's for like my mom's corporate.
Or if people want to do like grad parties at your house.
Yeah.
We have all the equipment. We can bring chafing pans, hotel pans, and pretty much we just like bake shit at your house.
That's a lot.
It's just not going to be. It's not going to be the original service that we
think about all the things.
I love this idea. I think the idea is really good.
And also I feel like the fucking buffer, most people love, we all take it home and clean it at our house.
Yeah, there's no cleanup. There's nothing.
If you came to my house, my wife would be insisting she cleans your dishes.
No, everybody does. Everybody does.
Italian ladies going around.
Yeah, we take
everybody does,
everything
but
home.
no.
And
Again, we always try to say, like, I don't know. We've done dinners where just like this, if we're cooking right here, you're sitting right there. I don't want to be fucking running your sink when you're trying to enjoy yourself.
Yeah, or splashing silverware.
Or like clanging things around. So, like, we just try to make it as,
as peaceful and awesome as possible.
Yeah.
So let's like there's a lot of detail in what you're saying, and you've only been doing this for not that long a time, respectfully.
Sure.
How long have you been thinking about this idea?
So it kind of
not that long.
No. So I was the opening executive chef of Ardena Food and Drink that just opened in Warrington in Valley Square at the old Melting Pot. Okay. So when we opened, we had a lot of buzz going around about us and everything, and we had this lady come in who became one of our regulars, and kind of girl who, when she comes in the restaurant, she wants everyone to know she's there.
She wants to know the chef. She wants to know the owner.
That's
she
my
wants
mom.
Connections.
Okay, so yes,
sure.
That might actually be my mom.
So yeah, she, like, and after a few months of being open, her and I kind of had a pretty good connection because she'd always want to talk to the chef and all that kind of shit. So one day we started doing brunch, and she came in and asked if I'd be willing to, or asked the server.
This was in like December, January.
Yeah, of last year.
Yeah.
2019.
Yeah, 2019.
Yeah. Pre-COVID.
Yes, pre-COVID.
No.
It was 2020, I guess. Like just turned 2020 or whatever the fuck, right?
Yeah, because 2020 was the
right around there.
Yeah. So
pre-vid.
Yeah.
Sure. Pre-vid.
Go.
Pre-vid. Yeah. So she came in and asked our server or whatever, hey, I see you're not busy right now. Can you ask your chef to make my daughter vegan pancakes? And, the restaurant might not be busy, but I'm still fucking busy. Yeah. But, Exactly, yeah. So, I was like, I fucking said to the server, like, God damn, are you kidding me? Like, the fuck out of my face. But, of course, I made them, and put all my fucking love into it. And, I brought them out to her daughter, and they were super fucking thankful and super appreciative. And so a few days later, she came back into the restaurant, and I saw her come in, so I went out and said hello, and she said, hey, Nick, do you guys do private events or private dinners or something like that? And I was like, yeah, let me grab one of our managers. We'll set out a menu. We'll fucking pick a date. We'll get some prices going.
Fill out the paperwork.
Yeah,
and whatever.
We'll see what we can do. She's like, no. Like, Nick, like, do you do private events? I was like,
oh, shit.
I was like, thinking at the time, like, fuck no. I am so busy at this restaurant. Like, I can't even think about my name right now. Like,
I don't even know my girlfriend's name right now.
Yeah, so I came home. I told him, yo, dude, Steve, I had this lady come up and ask, if I do private events and shit like that, and we were both like, oh, fuck, that sounds really cool, actually.
And what are you doing?
So I was working at Slate Blue, in the French restaurant in Doodlestown.
Yeah, so we're both cooking and shit.
Which was a lot of small plates, a lot of bistro kind of plates. So it was something that when he said this was like, well, fuck, bro, I can think of like 35 plates we can do right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, but long story short, COVID didn't exist yet, so fucking still working always, 7 days a week, 6 days a week, 90 hours a week, we're right back into it.
We always joked, like, we thought of, like, dumb shit, like an LLC name. And like
right
things
away.
like that like we didn't really need, and we brainstormed on that, and then just as quick, like you said, like just swept back into work.
The idea came and went, and then
planted the seed, but it didn't quite germinate, and then we started working.
And COVID happened, and we were like, oh, yo, fuck COVID, this is crazy. Like, I could use like a little 2-week break,
a month break maybe.
Like, we'll be back to work. Let's take our well-deserved break. We'll be back to work in a month. We'll fucking forget this all happened.
Yeah.
As we all know.
7 months later.
3 months go by or so, and him and I are not the kind of people to ever rely on somebody else or anything like that, but now everyone's, relying on the government and, that kind of shit. So we're like, dude, what are we doing? Like,
we're just sitting at home, like, just fucking smoking hella weed every day and going mountain climbing and stuff like that. And
so
not really doing
you guys
much.
also live together.
Yeah, we live together also.
This business.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we're like, dude, like, we need to fucking do something. We've been self-reliant for the last, 10 years. Like, we can't let this go now.
Sure.
We can't let what we've fucking worked so hard for, and all of our discipline and all this kind of shit, like, kind of get away from us because we're just sitting around being lazy now. So we watched this documentary called The Biggest Little Farm on Hulu, and it was super inspiring to us. It was about farming and shit like that, and we had this idea to do this whole wolf thing. It's called the worldwide organization or opportunities on organic farms. Okay. So he heard about this when he volunteered on a farm way back in the day to get a job at this really insane restaurant.
This was the first farm to table restaurant we ever worked at. It was called the Mainland Inn, and so I volunteered at Quarry Hill Farm. Thinking, so I sent a message to the restaurant and to the farm, just saying, hey, my name's so and so. I've worked here. I'm in college here. Blah blah blah. I think I was 21 at the time. And of course, the volunteer page answered first. And so, I thought like, okay, if I work really hard on this fucking farm for 6 months and I do good, maybe they'll let me do more stuff and I can get into the garden at the restaurant and I can start doing stuff at the restaurant and I can get a job at the restaurant. So from the first phone call to the owner, I told her straight up, like, I'm only doing this to get a job in the restaurant. That's the only reason why I'm here.
Well, that's probably why they have the program to begin with.
Sure.
Yeah.
And
so you're in school for culinary.
I was at the time. We were for hospitality management.
Yeah.
We went to MBIT, Middle Bucks Institute of Technology, for culinary arts. Worked in tons of restaurants, so I wasn't going to go to another culinary program.
I get it.
So we did management, and so I went here, told them I wanted to get a job in the restaurant, and they told me at the time, oh, so and so is running it. This is blah 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 who works on the farm, and we have some woofers. Just like all of you, like, what the fuck is a woofer? And so, like he said, WOOF is a worldwide organization of organic farms. The WOOF host being the farm, and woofers being people who volunteer their work to get free housing and free food.
That's becoming very popular, especially down south. The grow season's very long.
I know a few people that have done
exactly.
At being 21, they pitched it to me at the time, this is a way for you to travel for free. Okay? I had no time, no money, no confidence to do anything like that. I also got a job in the restaurant that day. So I started working in the restaurant that day and never thought about WOOF again because I had a job in the restaurant I wanted to work in.
Yeah.
And so, fast forward 5 years later.
We watched the documentary. We're sitting at home, watch this.
Now I have all the time, all the money, all the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We watched this documentary and we're like, dude, he was like, fuck, man, I'm looking back into WOOF.
Like, whether you want to come or not, I'm fucking doing it. You know what I mean?
So
you're like, dude, I'm going too.
So he was like, yo,
well, again, he just opened the restaurant. I had nothing going for me at the time. I was out of a job. We didn't even try and do takeout.
Yeah.
I didn't work for months. He was still doing a day
That would
or two.
be a hard restaurant to do takeout out of.
At fucking Slade Blue, yeah.
So, like, I just reached the status that every
work for 10 years
chef,
to get there.
Desires. I'm fucking running the restaurant. Like, this is exactly what you work for. So he was like, dude, it's fucking $40 for a single membership or it's $65 for a dual membership. Because a lot of husbands and wives, fucking brothers, whatever, friends do it. So I was like, dude, all right, man, like, if you look into this, like, I'll fucking come with you. Like, I just knew that this was, like, some opportunity that I couldn't miss. And if I did, I would kick myself in the ass for it for the rest of my life. And it turned out to be that life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Is that where you guys learned about, because you were talking earlier, you are what you're...
So no,
you eat what you eat.
No, we've done that for a long time.
We learned all that starting in that restaurant, the Mainland Inn. Shout out to Max Hosey, the chef, who's still a very big mentor of ours. And Dave. So that's where we met Dave too, of Dave's Backyard Farm. And so we did a lot of work in the garden there. We did a lot of the like in like wintertime, we did all the lights, like all the grow lights in the basement. So that's where we really learned of just like, dude, tomatoes in stores right now are fucking garbage. Bacon in a store is garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, butter in a store is pretty garbage. Like things like that of like having these ingredients be organic, be cared for, having love put into them, giving them the right kind of nourishment and the right kind of foods changes everything about them.
Yeah.
So that was our first, like, we like to kind of joke about it and say, like, that was our introduction to the dark side.
Yeah.
I can't enjoy myself in any restaurant around here anymore. I can't enjoy myself going to a fucking grocery store. You know what I mean? Like, most places we go to, my girlfriend hates it because I'm just like, yo, this fucking sucks. You know what I mean? Because we were exposed to good food.
Yeah.
And we were exposed to good cooking and we were exposed to good ingredients that, it now makes a lot of things, like, challenging to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, yeah, so we, looked into WOOF and, applied to all these places.
So to answer your question, we were just going there to further our knowledge.
Yeah, like
just
to
learn
Maine.
more.
Yeah,
to go to Maine.
Yeah, we were planning on going for 4 months. We kind of had this idea that this girl kind of said to me, and but didn't really think anything of it. Whatever.
This was during COVID.
This was during COVID. Yeah. So now this is like May, and we're like, yo, let's do this WOOF thing.
I think we left on
June 28th or something.
Yeah.
And your restaurant's shut down.
So like it shut down kind of. We were still doing takeout and all that kind of stuff.
She wants to do that.
So did you have to quit when you went?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I told my owner, I was like, hey man, I'm really sorry to do this, but I had this opportunity to go live on a farm in Maine, and with COVID only being able to do takeout, I felt as though that the kitchen staff that I built was strong enough to handle a few months without me when you're only doing takeout and you can't be open, and so I felt as though that it was the best time for me to do it, and it was, But, with doing that, yes, I lost my job, and all that kind of shit. So we went up to Maine, and we told this family about this idea. And, the husband, Harold, which is actually still one of our mentors that we're in a mastermind group that we talk to every week about.
Shout out to Harold Grams.
Yeah, shout out to the whole Grams family. They're honestly fucking saints.
We're shouting out hard tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to. There's a lot of shout outs.
You know what it appears? These guys.
We work with a lot of cool people.
These guys used a lot of the good mentors and resources around them. And
yeah.
Really thankful.
Exactly. So,
for what they got.
Yeah,
I think that's
really
cool.
are.
Yeah, I mean, and not even really, we haven't really gotten into your business too much. We haven't experienced your business yet. Sure. I'm sure we will.
Awesome.
It's kind of cool to see how willing you were to kind of just give up that perceived security for that opportunity.
Dude, it's crazy. I was making fucking really good money. I was in a fucking great position, for a 26-year-old kid. I was 25 when we opened.
Yeah.
So I was in a very fucking great position for somebody my age.
But we've always been the kind of people to this day still. And we always will be forever. We don't chase money.
No.
Money's not the motivation. I'm not here sitting right now because we want to fucking make money.
Yeah, we're not
just like you guys. We're not here to fucking make money.
You're there to make
connections.
We're here to make connections.
Establish relationships.
Help people.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Build good product. You guys deliver good product.
We're trying to teach about nourishment.
Money follows.
Exactly.
Overall, just have a fucking great time.
So I
enjoy living. Yes.
I run into this a lot where we meet people that are business coaches or have businesses of some elusive sort, or they are putting out this image of success, and it's very easy to pick those people out of a lineup because I know how much effort it takes to get there, and still getting there with effort.
Sure.
That if you've never put that time in, there, other than winning the lottery, there is no way other than stealing the money, whether you're tricking people or actually stealing it, that you have that.
Yes. Sure.
So when you guys are walking us through just this little step-by-step journey of us, we're going to go to Maine.
Yeah.
We had this little experience a few years ago, and, I held on to that. And you guys had, business names going out all of the time. This was something that was developing over time.
It wasn't, we didn't even know it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I know that you guys aren't, looking for success, but just hearing your passion. And the
we
details.
want to be successful. Yeah, don't get that twisted.
Everybody needs money.
Exactly, yeah.
I
want money, yes.
You have to put the helping people first.
Exactly.
And it's cool to see that you guys are embracing that in the beginning of your business, because a lot of people don't.
It's also I would never want to, and maybe this comes back to just the way that we kind of think about things, and we're very spiritual people as well. I don't ever want someone to be well, that guy's a fucking jerk off, and he fucked me over, and I helped him, and he never said thank you. He never fucking shouted me out on a podcast.
How many times does that happen to you?
It happens all the fucking time.
All the time.
Going back to what I was saying earlier, you know how many times I've been in a restaurant, a guy has come to the window of the restaurant and said, "Hey chef, thank you so much," to the chef, the owner. But that guy didn't fucking touch your food. I touched your fucking food. And chef never turns over and says, "No, thank Steve. No, thank Nick. No, go thank fucking Adam in the back." No, he just says, "Thank you, man. You have a great night. I'm glad you enjoyed everything."
Sure.
So I've seen it fucking time and time over again. So I never want to be
the guy
that do that.
But it's his job
to make sure we're doing our job.
I get a lot of the glory.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And John will tell everybody this. When people come up to us and they say something about woodworking or some sort of craft, and they're like, "Oh, you're the guy."
Yeah.
I'm no.
Yeah.
Time out.
Yeah.
I lead the talented individuals,
Exactly.
but I'm not the guy. I didn't sand this edge to perfection.
Yeah.
I want that edge a certain way, but that very little, it's our culture and our vision.
Yes.
But it's their talent that makes all that happen. So I get really uncomfortable, and so for someone like that to just absorb it, maybe they're just too busy to pass it on.
Yeah.
But if you're not passing that energy down the line, or
honestly,
coming back and being like, "Hey, I
they
kept a tally."
They lose two super talented guys, which I can clearly see. I can see a couple.
But
things.
I'm sure fucking Gilmore will tell you too. No, a chef's ego is just that big.
Yeah.
They don't even fucking think about you, bro, because they're there to feed their own ego. And that's what shuts down a lot of restaurants. That's what fucking kills a lot of restaurant staffs. That's what makes good people like that leave.
But the places that blow up are the we're huge foodies. I will spend a lot of money to eat out just to have a good experience. Just have a good service. Not even food aside.
Good service though.
And this is every weekend. I come in and I'm like this meal sucked. Or we do occasionally have good meals, and then we end up going to those places consistently.
Exactly.
People are like, you eat where consistently? Yeah. And I'm like, well, it's
a
little bit more money, but I'm not going to be mad when I leave.
Exactly.
Like, I don't get to see my wife very often. So, like, I'm going to spend more money to make sure that, like, she's not pissed off the one night she's not cooking.
Absolutely.
So, like, there are people that value that experience, but there's also the people that just come in and eat.
Yeah. But then I guess, like, to be honest, like, to go into our business, we're looking for those people who value that.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the people that we want to cook for, that we want to work with, that we want to build relationships with. I'm not looking for somebody who's just, I want to fucking go to TGI Fridays.
You know your client.
Yeah, we know exactly who we're trying to portray. Yes.
So your timing couldn't been is pretty perfect. I mean, we're going into a thing where I think restaurants coming out have been so used to doing takeout. I'm not sure that maybe quality doesn't return yet. I haven't seen it return.
Dude, I haven't either.
With the places that we've gone to, the quality sucks still.
Yeah. Just gets so mad. He'll tell you, I'll just complain.
Dude,
my wife was literally talking about, like, not you guys, but, like, your business for months.
Really?
She would be cool. Like, the trim's not finished in my family room and kitchen.
Oh, God.
But, like, so she's like, it'd be nice, when our trim's finished, if we could maybe, like, one night do this. And I'm like, the trim's getting finished when we move. You're coming to terms with that.
Exactly.
so I might have to have you guys come by so she knows about the trim.
That's fine.
But if you think about it, if you go to a restaurant and you go to a really nice restaurant and you get the quality of food that you guys are delivering, there's no question in my mind after meeting you guys that the quality is going to match that plate in the center city of a major like metropolis is going to be $200 per person regardless. But you're going to do it in somebody's house where they're super comfortable.
You never leave.
You don't have to leave.
What is $200? You're getting dressed. You're going out. You're getting a babysitter. You're parking. You're maybe getting in a fight on the way home.
Maybe getting an Uber. Dude, seriously.
Like in this area, DUI is a huge thing.
Yeah.
So you're hitting a deer drunk. Now you got to like
damage.
Now you got to like leave your car abandoned because like, you can't call the cops to tow it because you're drunk.
You're drunk.
Like, you guys really, you could actually save someone a lot of money.
I think a lot of babies could be made by what you guys do, right? Because they're going to go from the good times there, boom, and they're not going to have that awkward ride home where one person gets mad at the other.
It'd be kind of cool.
They're going to go immediately upstairs.
We'll have them back on in a few years and be like, all right, let's hear about like the wild.
Yeah, dude.
It's going to happen.
I hope so, dude.
Cool. He's going to be like just cleaning dishes and be like, yep, that's a boob.
My brother-in-law, he has a lot of success in the development building business down south. But he's very spiritual as well, and he is a big with team and family. He has a very good model.
Cool.
His father was a cattle farmer, and they do Sim Angus, so they do Seminole cows mixed with Angus, which not many people do. And then they go and they sell the bulls, and it's all organic. But what he's done is he branched off of that from his father's business, and now he has started that local farm.
Yeah.
So the farm currently is open to his employees only. Now he's got 150 employees.
Oh Jesus!
But they bought like 10 pigs.
Yeah.
They just had their first litters. So he's up to.
But when you saw the one picture of them like giving stuff out to the employees of the company,
it's cool as hell.
It was insane how much food they had.
He was gonna move, and this is probably too much to share, but he was gonna move to downtown Raleigh and live that successful, rich life.
Yeah.
And then something clicked in his mind. It's like, dude, I'm not bougie. Like, what am I doing? I have all this land and acreage. So he's laid out a community farm on his thing with huts and bungalows for people to come and stay. He has the pigs, they have the cows, they have the chickens. Like, they're doing this whole thing, and it's like really cool because they'll go duck hunt their own duck and bring it back and then share it with all the staff. I think it would be fucking cool as hell to like figure out how to get these guys down there as a gift to my brother-in-law to have them cook for them on their farm with their own fucking food. Because when you eat their meat,
it's fucking incredible.
It
is incredible.
Yeah,
the meat.
In fucking Maine, every single day we eat 3 meals a day. Whatever. Everybody got a half pound of meat at least every single meal, and it was only raised on their farm.
Yeah. So let's go back to Maine. We're going back to Maine.
Yeah. So
it's May. You guys are heading to Maine.
Yeah. We're fucking like, let's do it. We committed to it.
Who's driving?
I drove.
And what are we driving?
Yeah, Hyundai Elantra.
Yeah,
nice.
The
Okay.
black one we put up in.
Yeah.
We actually got pulled over an hour into the
Jersey.
trip in Jersey.
Go figure.
Yeah, and we got a warning because we were like, dude, we're fucking driving to Maine right
our
now.
Our car's
blah, blah, blah.
packed full of shit. Like our whole life almost.
He was like, well, I'm not searching that car.
Yeah,
pretty much. Pretty much. That's exactly what happened.
The guy's like, fuck this, we're bailing.
That's exactly what happened. Yes. So we're going to Maine. We get up there and it was a organic vegetable farm, but they had chickens, pigs, cows, and turkeys, and they were strictly just for the family and the woofers' consumptions. Yeah. They did not sell them. They didn't do any of that kind of shit.
It gets hairy when you start to raise meat to sell. Yeah. You got like more regulation.
A lot of shit.
More fucking
things
upkeep.
happen. That's why people buy like the quarter cow or half cow or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So instead they just bought full animals and they raised them. And dude, the fucking meat was incredible. Like
he's got these special pigs down there.
Shit you've never fucking
had. It's
had.
fucking bacon that I've never had.
Dude, exactly.
It's crazy good.
So we're up there and
how long were you up there for?
We were supposed to go for 4 months. We only went for 2.
Again, there was a part of that reason. The father of the household, who was really the manager, Harold, the manager of the whole woofers, he was in a hard medical spot at the time. And so he was kind of bedridden the whole time we were there. And that's kind of why we really established a great relationship with him. Because we would go and just sit next to his bed and be like, hey, Harold, what's
going on?
How are you today? How are you feeling? What's going on? Like, just kind of keeping his mind going. And so with him not being out in the field, though, we couldn't really ask a lot of the questions we had about just, the biggest thing we did when we first got there was learn about all the weeds we were picking. Yeah. Like, went through books and learned about so I can recognize, like, oh, that's a hairy Gargansoga, and that's a fucking shepherd's purse, and that's mullein, and that's, mallow, and that's comfrey, and all. And also, a lot of these things are extremely medicinal.
Yeah, I was just thinking. We got to come back around on weed names. On weed, because there's some fire in there.
I was just thinking, I can just imagine him like picking weeds, like eating half of them, and then
So like purslane, chickweed, extremely fucking nutrient dense. Honestly, purslane is the highest omega numbers in a vegetable that grows in the fucking sidewalk. That you guys just everyone just tears up.
It's pretty crazy that you guys have more nutrition education than your average doctor, probably.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm sure.
But
I do.
That's not by mistake.
It's not a coincidence.
They make sure doctors don't know shit about nutrition because that keeps you sick. If people know shit about nutrition, food is medicine, bro. Pharmaceuticals do not fix you. Pharmaceuticals fix your symptoms, which then give you other symptoms, which take more pharmaceuticals. Food does not do that. Food fixes sickness.
I hit the point.
If you,
but I fucking learned. What time are we at? That was the longest ever, but I found it.
And if you want, but if I'm not sick, the doctor has no fucking job. Yeah. So there's a reason why you only required to take one nutrition class every 7 years as a doctor.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's not by mistake.
And they're not naming off plants and you don't go try this and try that. Yeah. They pump down the vaccines. They pump all this shit into you. They try to do all this stuff.
That's why this COVID shit is a whole nother fucking package for us.
We're not getting into it.
We're not getting into it.
We've already gotten to it on this podcast, so I'm sure I'm sure we align more than you think.
I'm sure.
Episode 39.
We're fucking up in Maine, whatever, and we tell the husband.
So we decided not to stay as long because a month into it, we kind of knew everything on the farm.
Yeah,
we knew how to do the procedures, we knew how to do the packaging, we knew what was coming and going, we knew the process, blah blah blah.
So now, we're in July.
Sure. Yeah. So now it's just like, we have this idea for when we get home. Harold was really helping us do numbers, get the fucking business plan kind of going. So we had a fire inside of us that was like, we need to get home and start fucking cooking.
Right now.
You guys right now. You guys went to this place for the experience, but did you go preloaded with the idea that you were going to come back?
No. Not really, not at all.
Or was this just like you guys picking weeds and you just be like, be a cool fucking idea?
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool fucking
so
idea.
again, we had that seed planted from, the girl asking him about the events, but then we got swept back into work, and then COVID shut us down, and we weren't in the restaurant, and we were just collecting money from the government.
Yeah, but going back to like my point about you guys putting like the detail and the time into this, and you're like, well, not that long. Like you guys put more time in
in a short period of time.
With each other, sitting there every day,
picking weeds,
doing the thing, talking it over and over.
We did.
And like we creatively like do a lot very quickly because we are together a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that, you know, sometimes people start businesses and they already have their like main hustle or whatever, and they're wondering why it's not growing as quickly. Well, if you quit what you were doing and spend 8 hours a day focused,
it'll grow more.
Or 10.
I say we had no other hustle.
It'll go.
Yeah,
sure, exactly.
So well, you know, like really, after sitting down with Harold, he kind of like, okay, if you guys charge X amount and you do these amount of dinners, you know, and this span of time, you can make, you know, each $100,000 a year or whatever. So we're like, oh shit, like, that sounds like a lot. I think we could do that actually.
That's actually reasonable.
Like,
we could pull that off. Actually,
you know, we can probably do that. And again, we don't have to make $100,000 a year. That's, you know,
that was the numbers we were just using.
Yeah. So we're like, dude, like even half of that sounds fucking good. Like whatever. So he really kind of made it like a reality to us where him and I talk about it. Like, yo, wouldn't that just be cool to go in somebody's house?
Yeah.
And he kind of made it a sense to us, like, yo, guys, this is about good food and local economy, but yo, it's more about you guys.
So,
and when you come to their house, they're pretty much getting a show, and they're getting your personalities, and like, yo, they're getting able to meet you, and get your education and like all that kind of shit.
There's a big backstory on that. So when we did we had to do like an online interview, a Zoom call with them. Again, they're inviting us into their house. You have to at least meet them and make sure we fit the criteria and whatever.
On the premise that you will be a wolf.
So exactly. Yes. Hoping to be a wolf. Yes.
And it's like WWOOF, not like I'm a fucking gangster wolf. Like it's just like wolf like a dog kind of. and so
not
so
we had the DMX.
Yeah, exactly. So we had to do our online interview with them, and I think Harold kind of kept it to himself because I even brought it up to his wife later on when we were staying there. And his first thought when we got off of the call was, I'm not letting fucking people like that come here. I'm not letting tattooed dreadlocks, facial piercings, look like they fucking do drugs, people come to my farm. But he was in that hard health spot at the time. He knew he needed kind of help, and they let us come. I'm telling you, bro, 2 weeks after us being there, this guy would have written us a contract to live there. We could have stayed forever. He said that we are the actual #1 woofers they've ever had. We actually got a black cap chickadee tattoo with our wolf numbers on our shoulders for them as well. And they were like, yo, like, you guys are the only people who've ever done the house chores that we like. We've never let people do the stuff you do. We've never let people drive the trucks doing hay like we let you guys do. We never let people.
You guys did it all.
We hustled.
Yeah.
We did everything. We
4 a.m., 5 a.m. to whatever.
We did everything, and we fucking. But we cared.
And you cooked for them.
And we helped cook and everything. Like, you know,
we cared, but that was the big thing. We fucking cared.
We cared.
Like, we checked in to make sure, like, hey, can you guys come check our work to make sure we're doing it the right way?
Like,
make
sure
it's
up to your standards.
You know,
these guys are an inspiration, dude.
And so
this is fucking.
But it's kind of weird that there's two of you.
Yeah.
Usually it's just like there's like one specimen, and not just like between twins, just like in life in general. Yeah. You don't get this like this consistency.
Dude, I just had a great. Dude, I got a great idea. I got a great idea.
We'll shelf it.
No. When I say this idea, you're gonna go with it.
Okay. I don't have a choice.
As a gift to our customers because they entrusted us to build their home.
Yes.
These guys are gonna cook a meal their first in the first week of their home. They're gonna cook the meal and we're gonna give that to them as a gift.
Yeah. Boom. Done.
Dude, I think that would be amazing because that not only gonna.
Dude, what the fuck was that?
That's not only gonna like connect them to them.
That's my shotgun.
Dude, I think that's gonna be. Dude, this is so cool. You know what I mean?
Like, so it's a great idea. My dad does the same thing. Yep. My dad does real estate. So people who spend, who buy whatever X amount of dollars in a house, same kind of thing. Awesome. He'll put up money for us to go do a dinner for them. Yep. Kind of thing. Yep.
Do you guys think you ever get swept away for like a personal chef for?
I hope so.
That'd be ideal.
For like a billionaire.
I fucking hope so. Yeah.
No, it's funny. Like we
don't.
No, but so we do talk about.
Can you cook a European food?
Yeah, right. We do talk about like
tell him to shut up.
Like the most ideal thing we could ever come across. Maybe not doing a private chef like that, but so we do these full service events, 5-6 courses. We also kind of offer and trying to get more business during the week by offering like a weekday menu. Some of these events, when you have 10 people or a lot of people, from the time we come in to do our setup and everything like that, it can be 2 or 3 hours by the time we leave,
Yeah.
So some people don't have the time. Some people don't have the money really to spend on that. So we're trying to do one that's kind of in and out in an hour and a half, 3 courses, half the price. So it'd be ideal And whether, maybe you don't want to do the weekday dinner or not.
Is that just like to fill
in days of the week? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we change the menu every month. Because things are seasonal, we're changing every single month. So the best thing for us would be to like find a wealthy family or friends that say, yo, I want to put you for the 17th of every month, I want to try the new menu. You know what I'm saying? I want a standing reservation.
No shit, like we could probably think of 10 people that would do that.
Like every single month you come, at this day, every month,
So like
my wheels are you're making my head turn and wheels spin, which doesn't happen. Like this is pretty cool.
It doesn't happen.
I am dead. I'm dead inside.
I am done. I built a house.
I built a house. That's it.
Well, you're doing the fitness challenge. You're supposed to be getting more alive inside. I know. Not dying on us.
I know.
But no, seriously, that's like that would be the most like
it's the coolest
stable kind of shit we can get into.
That's awesome. What? It's almost like a subscription
service.
We've tossing that idea around.
Like instead of like a CSA, like a community supported agriculture, like CSDs, community supported dinners, and you can buy into service events as a membership. And you get a dinner, and you get whatever 20% off or some shit like that. Again, these are just ideas.
Yeah, just a monthly fee every month.
Just be careful of how much idea you go into right here. Okay, there's people who are listening who steal the idea.
Yeah, seriously, true that.
They can't execute like these.
No, they can't. Exactly, good point.
You know what it is? Jump in, the water's warm. Come on in. There's lots of sharks.
Let's go. Yeah,
exactly.
No one can do it. You gotta be charismatic and be fun, and it's gotta be inspirational.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I understand like the security of like working for, one wealthy individual, but like I definitely would think that's like the same thing as going back.
That's not fun, bro.
It is, dude.
Going back to the same thing as a job. Like I would almost encourage you guys to stick with doing more, helping more people.
Sure. Yeah. You're right.
But you don't love any individual enough to be like after the 30th morning of cooking pancakes. You're gonna be like, this dude's a fucking asshole.
Exactly. Yeah. Seriously.
Maybe you just need a rotation of like 20 of those.
Exactly. Right. But so this guy said he didn't want us to come because of the way we looked. Blah blah blah. We got there. Again, we'd go into his fucking room and sit down next to him. We're also like, dude, we're fucking covered in tattoos under our shirts and stuff. Yeah. So we'd go into his room just shirtless and just sit down next to his bed.
Well, I figured if you're using the side of your face, you're probably covered.
In today's society, that's not true.
That's true.
But in our generation, it was.
Yeah.
But so he said didn't want him to come. We got there. We started establishing a relationship with him. We started working really hard. So he kind of presented to us the idea of, yes, you get good food. We get to come, we get to cook for you. But this needs to be about this right here. See what's happening? This is about connection. It's about our personalities. It's about the show we can bring. It's about, how much fun we can be, how great everything can be, all the relationships we can kind of build, like we did with them. So he's like, that needs to be
the forefront
of it.
Do you guys, because people love to take pictures of themselves, do you guys do any sort of media aspect
so
of your
we bring
business?
a photographer every time to do pictures of the dinners.
Our friend Sam.
Shout
out Sam,
Yeah, so she does pictures. She's working on getting into video. Again, like we're trying to say, how we're trying to...
So she's starting out, so you bring her along to build her portfolio. She makes you guys look good.
A really good friend of ours, been friends for a very long time. Again, like we're trying to say, we're trying... It started off with my cousin. And then people get other jobs and get other things kind of going on. But, we would always try to say, like, I'm not a fucking photographer. I'm not a media creator. I'm not really an artist in that kind of sense. It's your fucking show. Whatever you want to do and whatever you want to try, this is the time for you to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're giving you a platform to do it.
Whatever you want.
I mean? Yeah, I'm not telling you I need a picture of fucking this on this angle. It's like, you're the fucking artist. You do what you want. You know what I mean?
I think the only guideline we kind of gave her recently was like, we want the content to be fucking relatable.
Yeah.
Like when you make videos, or when you put like these, TikTok drawings together or whatever it may be, like, we have some of like, us like, shaking the people's hands when they come in, us all talking and laughing as we're setting up, like,
and then it's the food.
Make it something where like people can almost see themselves doing that also.
Or like you can see the progression of the dinner, not just like random blurbs of fucking food, random blurbs of people. Like, I want you to show like, again, us getting there, saying hello to the people, pulling some stuff out, putting our aprons on.
This is the story. You want to tell the story because I would imagine that however many dinners you've done, you've had very intimate moments with people that are complete strangers because you break down those barriers, right? Almost immediately when they meet you. And you're authentic as fuck.
If not, at least when the food comes out, everybody's fucking walls.
And that's what we were talking about today. Like the more authentic we can't hide our personality. If we're an asshole, we're an asshole. That'll reflect in business.
Yes.
But we have to let our personalities out because we can't hide and be these fake personas and fake people.
Your oddities.
You have to let out your oddities, your quirks, your thing. It is who you are. And if you try to pretend like nobody else has that,
you're fucked.
You're fucked. You're an idiot. You're wrong. Everybody has that. When you can do that, you're automatically humanized and relatable to everyone.
Going back to about like I'm always hammering on these coaches and these fake
business people,
influencers,
serial entrepreneurs.
It's the note we've hit.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was gonna say now.
Oh, keep going. You're hammering on it. About being genuine.
Yeah, it's not that you can tell that they're not in it.
Sure.
Yeah.
For those reasons.
No. Sure.
It's so evident because there's so few people in this world that are marketably perfect, like I said earlier.
Sure.
Like there's nobody that's really successful because they're perfect.
Sure. Yeah.
So the idea that somebody would try and market themselves as perfection, we're all sitting over here like, yo, this is a cool video, but you're full of shit.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, like, yo, sweet video, bro, but like, yo, you're fucking lying to our faces.
Yeah.
But there is, unfortunately, a decent amount of people who do think that shit is
and they believe it. I know.
And that's that superficial level that is.
And that's what's upsetting.
It is upsetting. It is.
I mean, we've always talked about, like, we've done a couple other podcasts, and I think you kind of, the first video I kind of saw of you, we fucking curse a lot.
Yeah.
All the time. You know,
it is what it is.
But we try to we say to people, you know, we try to feel it out when we get there.
Yeah.
But we always say, I never want to be successful from being somebody I'm not.
Yes.
I want to come in, I want to curse, I want to talk about our stories, I want to say this kind of shit. You know, if you don't like it, then you're not the customer or client for me or for us.
That's pretty much what we say.
You know what
There's a restaurant in New Jersey called The Block.
Yeah.
I think their Instagram is The Block NJ.
Oh, that place is,
and like you would definitely get into like their social
because they're like, you want to complain? Get like, the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
There you go. Oh, you've got complaints? Get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
This holiday season, it's compliments or get the fuck out of here.
I love it.
Yeah, same thing. You know, we just like, I'm sure you guys see the same thing. Like, it brings more people because people are interested in that. People want to know more about you when you have no problem being yourself.
That's why we started the podcast to showcase ourselves more for people, and then have the opportunity to us to selfishly, because how awkward would it be for me to just hit up you guys and just be like, hey, you guys want to get coffee?
We can talk about things. This is
our chef service.
I mean, but
we get 2 to 3 hours with somebody. We get to know you guys.
Yeah, sure. I mean, but I guess if you hit me up saying, hey, we're these big builders who have some really good rich clients, you want to get coffee?
Yeah, but that sounds pretentious as shit.
That's not who we are. We do have cool clients, but it's not like...
Yeah, we definitely bring the smoke.
Yeah.
But
we can't even talk about most of them, so what the fuck are we going to say?
Seriously. Dude, my man's throwing grenades over here. Get me out of here.
But yeah, I mean, going back to everything, like, that was also kind of one of the forefront things that, you know, this guy Harold told us, like, yo, be you guys, you know, you are genuine enough, you know,
because he had his predispositions when you got there.
Exactly. And then it changed everything. And, you know, like, it got to the point where he felt so comfortable with us. He's like, hey guys, if you wouldn't mind, like, could you share like your life story with me? I would love to hear this. I would love to know about you.
And we told him, like, listen, bro, all the prejudices you had towards us,
they were
right.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we did drugs, we smoke, yo, we fucking drink all the time. Like, yo, everything you said was right. But that's not who we are now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, we did that back in the day. Yes, that was 100% part of the
chef
kitchen
life.
and chef life.
You know?
But we learned, it only gets you so far.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can't do that shit forever.
Yeah, I thought you were going to tell me, like, your girlfriend's, like, his firstborn daughter.
Oh,
no.
We came back with his daughter.
We take my daughter in marriage.
Take my daughter back to Bucks County. I was going to be like, where the fuck's this going?
No,
right, so it wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, no.
But, you know, so after we told him everything, we told him our life story and everything like that, you know, that's what also kind of really broke down those barriers and those walls and opened up some really kind of cool connections between all of us. And he was a, like, chiropractor, and he did some really
doctor
cool
and shit,
stuff,
like,
you know, through nutrition.
Yeah.
Their whole thing up there, which is we talk about a lot, nothing is by accident.
Yeah.
All right. Nothing's a coincidence. Everything is aligned. And for us to go to this farm in Maine, which again we kind of skipped over, but we were going to go to whatever farm answered us first. Yeah. And we were going to drive there. Yeah. And I sent one to California, to Oregon, to Colorado, to fucking Idaho.
New Mexico.
And it just so happened.
Thank God you didn't go to California.
That main answer first.
I know.
Exactly.
Seriously.
And, so that was, perfect alignment. It'd be cool to go to California when I grow lemons, but I can't fucking grow lemons here. So it's cool that we got to go up there in our same kind of, it's a little bit colder, but in the same kind of zones. And getting there, this whole family everything was holistic and homeopathic.
Yeah, which was crazy. So we didn't know that.
I didn't know that before I went. I had no idea about that. So it's one thing to be 25 and tell people you don't trust doctors, but then to go somewhere and see a whole family say they only started their farm because they don't trust modern medicine and the husband is a doctor was like, fuck. I'm not that far off and I'm not that crazy. And everybody tells me that I'm crazy. They're fucking really wrong. You know what I mean? And to see it in that kind of way and to be with people like that, again, you're talking about they had kids in their 40s, who've never had health insurance, ever.
Yeah, the mom, Laura, had five sons, all born at home.
You know what I'm saying?
Never had health insurance, ever.
All homeschooled, all the smartest fucking people.
Smartest people ever.
That sounds crazy, but health insurance hasn't been around for that long.
It's such a gig.
But now it's probably been around for more than 40 years.
It has.
Okay,
but some dude pre-internet sales bullshit.
Was
like, dude, this
but honestly, if you think about it, I might actually cancel my health insurance. If you eat healthy and you eat the right things, which I'm I'm getting on the right path.
Hell yeah.
Sure.
And you fix yourself.
Yep.
The only thing you're going to the hospital for is you break something. Trauma.
That's what we say all the time.
And you know what? The hospital will just pay for that anyway.
Exactly.
So
that was
crazy,
so there was a lot of things like that being there. That was
really
just
aligned.
Same thing with Harold being down and not being able to work. Well, you got two fucking gangsters to come work for you and fucking run your farm. That was not by mistake.
Yeah.
You know how much fucking mental stress we took off of him for us being there? You could have had two other fucking jerk-offs who don't give a fuck about your farm.
And the whole thing could have collapsed.
That could have caused more.
That could have caused more stress.
Could have died.
It could have died.
Yeah.
Exactly. It could have put him
You killed
over.
Harold.
Yeah, you killed Harold. Yeah.
OGF Harold.
Exactly.
Seriously though, we always kind of told him even when we were up there Harold, I know obviously it's your farm. You can't not think about it. But we would always be like, dude, a positive mindset's gonna take you fucking worlds apart. And he was like, oh, I know. I think having us constantly reassure him of that also.
And remind him of that.
And to come in every single day before lunch, after lunch, before dinner.
Updates on the farm,
tell him exactly what's going on, how much fucking shit we yielded, all that kind of shit. I think really allowed him to just focus on his recovery.
Yeah.
That's
and
amazing.
He's fucking 100% now.
Oh, he's good now.
He can fucking run around. He's working all the time now.
Yeah.
He's fucking back 100% now.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't have to use the health insurance.
No.
Nope.
Didn't
have it anyway.
Let's leave the farm.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So let's leave the farm.
The farm was an impact.
The farm was fucking Harold. Yeah, Harold fucking flying pond farm.
Hit me with a shotgun. All right. I mean, it just jammed. I forgot to take.
So we're coming back down with the Honda.
Home. Yeah, you're coming back home.
Didn't get pulled over
in the Hyundai. Didn't get pulled over on the way back.
Fucking rained the whole time.
Yeah, it rained the whole fucking time. It was like a 9-hour drive or whatever. So we get back home, and we took a week to reassimilate.
Like a month even. Again, so we've never been on unemployment. I don't know how this shit kind of works.
Yeah.
I was offered my job back at Slate Blue. He was offered his job back. We were supposed to be gone till November. So I didn't know, I don't fucking know how people think about stuff. So I didn't know, if we came home and I didn't tell my chef, hey, listen, man, I'm back, but I'm not coming back to work. I didn't know how that would affect on us or how they would feel or what that does to unemployment and just shit like that. So we took a month or so to just come home and just figure out, what do we want to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, also, we were in the middle of nowhere.
So seeing shopping centers
people,
this big,
anything really
crazy.
If they were saying if you were driving at night and somebody was
how
behind
were those stars?
Dude, fucking crazy. But still, if you were driving at night and someone was behind you, it's who the fuck's behind me?
Why is this guy?
Why is somebody behind me? So we came back home and we're all right, before we dive into this, let's kind of just reassimilate back into life. Let's into
society,
whatever,
into our huge shopping centers,
and all the traffic and everything.
Was your whole mindset changed for 2 months?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we said a lot too.
Being up there, no Wi-Fi really.
Yeah.
No fucking smartphones.
Your mind is so clear, bro.
We fucking sewed aprons, knitted fucking hand towls,
so the
read books.
The aprons we wear, if you've seen the pictures, the aprons we wear, the plaid, the
Kind of like red, beige.
Sounds like I just went to prison.
Yeah, right. Choice. Yeah.
Some people feel that way. Yeah. To us, it's paradise.
It's so funny.
Like we sewed aprons.
The only thing
we knitted
it's crazy. Like the only things you had to do, well, like, you worked your whatever couple
food,
hours
water,
a day.
Shelter.
Yeah, I know. Like you worked a couple hours a day, and you're like, it's just thinking back on it now. You know what I had to fucking worry about? Like, going to swim in the lake.
Yeah, that was it.
Like, that was all we fucking, you want to go swimming? You want to go get ice cream?
You want to play
tennis? Like, you want to go skateboard on the street? Thought about. Like, there was no fucking stress. Like, we said a lot, again, because we're spiritual people. Like,
we get back into modern society and all the stress comes back.
Yep, exactly.
You have to order this, buy this, do this.
Yep.
So in reality, if we were just all in the
distractions fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I guess we get back, and him and I sit down and we're like, all right, let's fucking actually do this. We told our jobs we were going to come back in November. So we're like, yo,
we have 2 months to try it.
We came back August 28th.
Yeah.
We took the first week. We went up to the mountains with our parents and all hung out and everything. And came back and we're like, yo, like we don't have to be back to work technically for 2 months. Like, yo, let's try and put everything we have in these 2 months into like actually seeing how much we could actually do, and like just putting the idea out there and like will people bite onto it?
Seeing the feedback we get, and stuff like that.
So we started, writing menus, getting ideas.
Not to be too punny, but you had starving customers.
Sure,
essentially,
kind
of. So
because people weren't going out, people weren't getting attention.
You couldn't go out anymore. But no matter what, people love spending money.
Yeah, I do.
That will never go away. People love fucking eating. People love drinking. And people love spending money.
They like having what other people can have.
Yes, people love showing their friends how much money they have more than them. And all that kind of shit.
They brought in private chefs.
Yes. Exactly. So we're like, dude, this actually could maybe work. So we also realized when we were up there, because their whole local economy was just fucking so incredible. Again, you had a personal cheesemaker, a personal family butcher. You grew your own vegetables. You had your own dairy farmer. Like, everything was from a different specialty person. And we were like, dude, Bucks County has all of that.
We've been a part of this farm-to-table world before, but never like that.
Yes.
Again, we do it down here as like a fucking niche, as a marketable thing. Do it up there because that's how they fucking live.
Yeah, farm to table is just food up there.
Farm to table up there is just a way of life.
Yeah.
That's just how you do things.
So we took that whole kind of inspiration of up there and like, dude, Bucks County has everything. We're one of the biggest ag states. Like
Pennsylvania leads in agriculture. At the Farmers Conference out of Penn State every year.
Del Valle and Doylestown is a fucking agricultural college. Dude, we have every local artisan person we could ever think about around you. Like, yo, let's go home and let's start hitting them up. And like, let's.
Who was your first client?
Our first client,
so we can person? Say. So I guess I did one in June before we went to Maine.
Yeah,
my girlfriend helped me. His name's Andrew Turk, great buddy. Shout out to Andrew Turk.
Yeah, he's our fucking man.
And his wife Lindsay. And then I did one for my grandparents before we left.
Oh, were you a real customer? Your first real customer?
Yeah, so our first real customer.
When you got back?
We came back. I did a drop-off one for my grandparents' friend. His name's John Connolly. And then my parents' friends, Chris and Bree Noel. Shout out to Chris and Bree.
Those were our first,
really close to us.
You go into their kitchen. Yep. You're nervous.
Yes, first one. Like, dude, we fucking wore button-down T-shirts. Yeah. Like, it was honestly a fucking mess.
How many clients were you guys when you met your first complete stranger?
The second
one. The second one, it was.
Did you bring the chef jacket?
No, we
wore matching gray T-shirts.
Yeah, it's we really didn't know yet what we wanted to really portray and everything. So we were going to have Service Events T-shirts made, and maybe wear T-shirts, or we were like, oh, do we maybe wear a nice denim button down that and a nice apron, and then one of our good family friends and old bosses was like, dude, fucking chef coats. Wear the fucking chef coat. So we wore those.
Yeah, my buddy Nick owns a Rini in Ewing.
Yeah.
He wears his goddamn chef's coat
everywhere.
Yeah.
No, I don't do that.
And I totally respect it because he would come out. I mean, back in the day, he would come out after work.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Oh, I got a little bit." Come out, and people would be like, "Well, we know what he does."
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was so proud about what he does, and still to this day is that
it's awesome.
The chef's coat. So when you came in with your chef's coat, I was like,
yeah.
But here's what we do. We don't brand very heavily openly with we do have branded T-shirts and stuff, but we do that to identify guys on site.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
People know who you guys are when you're walking down Doylestown.
Sure.
You were saying.
Right?
No
matter
guys
what.
Are two distinguishable characters.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put the chef jacket on. That is your brand.
Yes.
That's as much high-end class that you need.
Yeah, so, right? After we fucking put these on, we got the pictures, and we're like, dude, that's fucking it. Like, that's it. That's the look. That's it.
Short sleeve, though.
Yeah.
It has to be.
So
you don't want to look like you're in, like, Crouching Tiger.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we, the second people, it was this couple, Kim and Eric, and they were fucking incredible people. They were such foodies, like Michelin star kind of people.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I'm really upset that they were our second one, because like we weren't that great yet. Like, we'd probably blow them away now.
Yeah.
But
just go back and give them.
How do we want to? Like, we keep trying to.
So are you guys keeping a list of emails,
everything,
contact?
So yeah, we have. We'll give it to you guys before we get out of here or whatever. We have email lists. So we do email campaigns like every other week. Every month we send out, the next month's menu.
Who's doing all that stuff?
He does all that. So like when you hit up service events or whatever, you talk to Steve. Our Instagram, depending on our Instagram, I have access to it too. Maybe I'll answer if he's fucking busy or whatnot or whatever. But the phone number,
he's front of the house.
When you call, you talk to him and all that kind of stuff.
Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
So yeah, our second people were complete, and honestly, for the most part, like, we haven't really done many people that like are close to us.
Yeah, it's been more strangers.
It's mostly all kind of just people who've heard about us. But it's only worked out that way because we have such a great kind of following, and we've worked our asses off over the last 10 years in this area. So anybody, like our parents and anybody who knows us or whatever, recommend us to all of their friends, and all of their friends hit us up.
Yeah. You ever watch the movie Burnt?
Fuck yeah, dude. So we say all the time.
Dude, I literally thought to myself, I literally was going to text Ariel earlier, but I didn't want to jinx it. Yeah. I didn't want to jinx it. I was going to be like, we got these chefs coming on tonight. 10 to 1 odds, John says the fucking word burnt. In the
that movie's awesome.
Great movie. In all seriousness, aside, like, I don't know if you've seen Chef's Table, the documentary series. Anything that's not a documentary, Burnt captures what the world that we've lived in and the world we try to portray.
Corruption and bullshit.
In a movie, not in a documentary, in an actual movie. Yeah. Burnt does the best job at it.
The one,
the food,
on Netflix,
everything.
That's the one with all the
Chef's
Michelin
Table.
star restaurants.
Yeah, Chef's Table.
I'm pretty sure I've been to a lot of those restaurants because of that shit.
Yeah, really?
Hell yeah, bro.
We went on a tear.
Okay, so you eat good food then?
Yeah.
It sounds like.
You know good
food
then.
Yeah, he does.
That's
you can tell
awesome,
when Andrew doesn't like the food because he'll just not say anything and just his whole plate will be full. He just doesn't eat. Today we went out to eat and he ordered, I don't know what he ordered, some sort of like sandwich or whatever, and he only ate like the insides of it. Yeah. Everything else was left. I clearly knew Andrew didn't enjoy the fucking thing.
Yeah, their bread is fucking garbage.
But seriously, that's a great movie that portrays what being a chef is like, the intensity of it.
It is a good movie.
Screaming and shit like that, like the passion, the care.
You have seen it?
I have
seen it. Like being fucking gripped up on the line, that happens. You know what I'm saying? Having shit fucking thrown at you, that happens.
I had a chef. We had a chef one time.
He worked in the restaurant business.
We had a chef one time. This dude was complete scumbag.
Yeah.
He owns a couple spots now of his own. And we would always have a problem with this guy, and we were younger, and we knew how to fight, so we had no problem with this guy, but he had a problem with us. But, we would always go back and forth. How it is. You know how it is. I got me and my brother there, so we were going. This one time, he gets in a fight with a customer.
Oh.
And they're arguing through the line.
That's
and
not
he grabs a clam shuck, and he starts, and this little table of like 10 top of like a family early bird.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're gonna call the cops. So the entire time the cops are there, this guy's like, "You got me right." That didn't happen, right? I was like, "Dude, you've been an asshole to me a lot.
Yeah.
You've been a real dick, dude. What's tonight's specials, dude? Put that shit up on the board. I want chicken fingers right now. If we don't have them, I don't care.
Yeah.
Fingers,
oh my God.
Yeah, and then the cops left, and then that was that.
I don't know how he would do that.
Dude, I had the last guy's balls in my hands. I'm like, dude, this was the moment that I've been waiting for.
I want chicken fingers.
Dude, I want buffalo wings, Pasquale.
So number one
so funny
influence, like all the mentors you've had, excluding those guys, who would you have cook for you who's like a mentor that's active?
What do you mean, like people that we know?
No.
Ask like, who's a mentor that's not a like chef or a farmer or someone that's like related? Do you guys have any like business influences or any sort of like?
I feel like it's gonna be a shitty answer.
Like I have to say, I don't know if you're gonna say, like, our fucking parents.
Yeah.
Dude, like our dad, so me and Steve and my dad, and I think the rest of our family's going to get it. We have make shit happen tattooed on us. We have it across our stomachs. Our dad has it on one of his sleeves. Their LLC is MSH LLC. Like, he is the definition of, make shit happen for yourself.
All right, so my question, if you had to have anyone cook for you in the world, who would it be?
It's fucking hard.
You shouldn't meet your
you don't meet your heroes.
You don't want to meet your heroes.
No, but I feel like I'm gonna go in a direction you would maybe not expect. It wouldn't be like a Daniel Hum or a fucking Dan Barber or a Magnus. It would be like I think her name's like Diana Henry or someone who cooks like rustic, old school, like this is duck with duck jus.
And what would you eat? That's what you would eat?
Yeah, something that's just again like this is like 3 ingredients that are like a really good grown turnip, roasted really well with like butter from the farm, with like a fucking piece of meat from that farm as well. I wouldn't go for something gastronomically fucking insane. I would go for something simple and rustic,
like these,
and done really well.
These people who write like the incredible kind of like upscale,
like Grant Achatz,
home cooking
who are doing insane,
cookbooks. I want them to cook for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like things that any of us here could fucking relate to. When like, oh shit, I'm watching that, I could do that.
Yeah.
But like you just
they
have the skill.
They put it together. They put the fundamentals together.
Yes.
But I mean,
people who
honestly,
have the basics down, that's fucking perfect.
But I mean, to be totally honest with, to go back to this also, I actually just had the incredible experience. I went twice actually now. Mark Vetri, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Fucking good fucking local guy. I love, and anybody asks me, what's your favorite thing to fucking make, whatever, like, I love making pasta, handmade pasta, whatever, rolling the pasta, fucking making the dough, whatever, I love doing it. I don't do it as much as I should. But I went and ate at Fiorella, his pasta bar, twice, literally in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's fucking just, like, perfect. And, like, the first time I was there, he was there, and, we were all fucking laughing and shit, and, it was really fucking cool to kind of see him and how he interacts with his staff, and, like, the coolest thing was, just how fucking perfectly silver all of his saute pans are. All of his hotel pans. Like, his kitchen and his pans and his staff was fucking flawless. And
but also, like, just rustic roots.
Yeah,
cooking.
like, dude, like, none of the plates are presented with, like, 9 different things. And,
so no black truffle.
No black truffle. Well, he has that at his other restaurants and shit, but, like, we ain't like.
But no fucking insane, like, no sponges or foams or fucking castreel or,
yeah. Who would you have cook for you?
Yeah.
Who would you have cook for you?
Fuck, I don't know. Yeah, give me a second.
Or I'd rather go.
If this ever comes up for me, I'm gonna call you. You're coming, so I'm gonna.
So yeah, that was really
someone,
cool, and eating that, and his food, 100%. Even the second time, fucking delivers.
Slaps, yeah.
Like, dude, slaps.
Or just people who like someone like Michael Smilov who owns the Hav.
Yeah.
People who have their roots, they know where they come from, and they fucking take pride in that kind of food.
Yeah.
That's the food that I want to eat. I want to eat the food that's the grandma in the back who's been cooking the same tamales for fucking 60 years. That's the food that I want to eat.
Yo, you ever been to fucking South Philly Barbacoa?
Mm-hmm.
That's the food that I want to eat.
The first time I ate South Philly Barbacoa, I ran the Philadelphia Marathon, I think.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yep.
It was one of those races, and then we went straight there, and I demolished an entire trip.
Yeah,
but when we got there, I remembered, like, the chaos. The first place I lived at in the city was 8th and Reed.
Yeah.
So it was right there.
Sure.
But I had no idea. So my dog and I at the time would walk up and down the Italian market and be
bro.
like, dude, look at all these sausages. So I knew a little. That's when I started getting into the food. I was 22.
Sure.
Years old.
Yeah.
And then when we watched the episode with that, I was like,
that's right fucking
I know that place.
I looked at my wife. I was like, what the fuck? And they were talking about how she smuggled the corn
exactly
from her home country because, like, the corn they had here wasn't
didn't compare.
They found a farmer in Lancaster and shit. Yeah, bro.
This guy.
I know. And dude,
he definitely farted.
He lit up the room.
He just
rolled that fart over, yo.
That fart slaps, bro.
Oh yeah, talking
but
about
food like that, just like that fucking rootedness. Like,
I remember when we went there, it was a little chaos because it was like a Sunday afternoon.
I waited in line
Saturday
for 2.5 hours there before,
and we didn't wait that long, but we waited a little bit. But I'd come off like the race, and I was ready to eat.
Yeah.
So I wanted to choke you.
Yeah.
And I was like, can you just go sit in that chair over there? But they were slicing the meat. I'm like, dude, just put the meat on the plate. I'm literally like, I was looking at my wife. I was like, I don't understand right now. The meat is right there.
Put it in my fucking
that
face.
Needs to go in here. Give it to me. You were an animal. Like, yeah. So like our first experience there was less than positive because of my behavior.
Okay.
But the second time was fire. But that neighborhood's great because when I lived there, I would be like walking my dog, and I was just spending a lot of time with him at that time.
Yeah.
And we'd be walking, all of a sudden he would just like lunge over, and you'd be like, "What the are you going for?" And it'd be corn cobs.
Yeah.
And that place and all the places down there make like the corn cobs and then like roast them up, and they're South Philly barbecue, like that place is top tier. But there are a few other places
good ones,
in that little area where like I would go in and eat dinner like one night a week. I would have my spots.
Sure.
And you'd have like the little kids eating next to you doing their homework with their mom.
Yep.
And
I'd be working the counter.
I'd be the only table in there. I'm like, how is this place staying in business? And I kind of after a while I like kind of felt like it was my responsibility to go there.
Yeah.
If nobody else goes there, one, this place is going to leave, and two, like little Pedro here is like,
but yo,
what's up?
Which is great of why you're doing this. That's the importance of small business.
Yeah.
That's the importance of going to a small business. You're physically helping a family personally.
But there's too many people that want to be big business that are small business.
Sure.
I say this all the time. Or maybe not so much on Instagram, but I was on a harp for that for a while where it was like, why is everybody trying to be this like big business that they aren't?
Like the fucking next Walmart or some shit.
This was what I was on for a while. It was the we and our in posts. It's like, oh, we are out here today doing this. It's like, motherfucker, it's just you and your company.
Doing it.
We all know this.
Yes.
We all know it's just you.
Yeah.
Like you are trying to make it seem like you're capable of taking on these big tasks.
Yeah.
What happens when that task comes and you don't fucking deliver? Or you say you can and then you don't. That's even worse than not being able to deliver. So like I really like harp on these, especially the younger kids. I harp on them because it's like be happy, be prideful about like being small and being able to get shit done being small.
Yes.
We are small as fuck comparatively as a construction company compared to what we do and what like our next closest competitor does. We are so small. And I take so much pride in the fact that they have to be looking at us like fuck. Who is doing all this?
Yes, exactly.
We're shaking waves. The way I compare it is
shaking waves.
Patagonia.
I like that.
Patagonia started small.
Yes.
Right? They started as climbing gear.
Yep.
They moved to things and they had lifetime warranties on all their shit.
Yep.
They grew into a big company. They didn't start out to be a big company. They started out to serve a purpose.
Yep.
And small business serves expertise.
Yeah.
And if you can provide expertise that a Walmart or an REI can't even do, where the guy selling the stuff doesn't actually use or know the stuff, then it's like, all right, we've lost the product and the sales and the reason we're in business.
Yeah.
The reason we're in business with homes is we have a niche of where we bring the customer as our partner into their build. So that they understand their house and they understand what they do. And we do that with all the other businesses.
Building.
It's like the other business that we do. We squirt them in the mouth with the fucking thing.
Sake and shit.
Here comes your foundation. And by then they're like, oh, concrete's in my face. I'm done. I'll see you guys in a couple months.
We're like, all right, well, that was fun.
It's like you involve people, try and keep the people out of the process. We involve them so much that they're just like, dude, we don't really want any of this. We want a little bit of it, but usually, like every now and then you get the person that's real involved. But if you give them it all, you fill them up, and then they're just there.
So and that's what we do. And people are afraid of that. And they're afraid to share. You guys are sharing how to cook when you're with people. It's not like you're going to teach them how to cook, and all of a sudden you can be out of a job. They're not going to know how to do it.
Cancel Nick and Steve. I've mastered the pancake.
I mastered it.
She didn't even recognize they weren't from them.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
It's fucking awesome, honestly.
Dude, that's awesome. I've got like 2 last questions. Who was born first?
I was.
Damn it.
Fuck, was going to be your guess? Yeah. He's a twin.
Fuck, really?
Dude, identical twin. They're real close too.
That's sick.
Like I honestly say, like this Gilmar is probably one of the best communicators I know. And I think that's probably because of your brother. Yep. Like you guys just started fucking talking shit to each other at such a young age that you just mastered it. So you're like a British guy.
You guys are fucking
like,
in sync, though.
When Gilmar talks shit, he's like,
"Are you and your brother in sync? Like these guys are in sync?"
Oh yeah.
Does
but like so
G1 and G2 over here?
How do we get that in sync?
Yeah,
they're more in sync than we're
share
in sync.
chromosomes,
I'm a little
that's why, bro.
That's because we're not identical.
Can we become identical? Can we
not
do that?
in this.
What kind of weeds do we have to eat to become identical? Is there some like sage or something we can do?
Yeah.
Ayahuasca,
who got tattooed first?
we got it at the same time.
Well, I technically got it first.
Yeah, technically.
Oh shit!
Like, we got them both the same night in the same living room.
Yeah,
the same thing.
The same living room.
The same thing.
Same thing.
We both got like a little reckless. It says reckless tattoo.
So fucking shitty.
So
they progress. They get nicer.
Yeah.
You do the.
But, so it's funny. It's funny.
It's
like
the same guy who does all of them now.
His hand tattoo over here. Yeah. That's our logo for the podcast.
Yeah, it's a fucking boar head though, not a.
Oh, we got a wolf.
Oh no,
wolf.
but when you flex like that, you're.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like the same guy who does them all. Like,
oh, thank God! I was gonna be like, oh shit, we gotta change the whole fucking thing.
So like, our fucking tattoo artist started off very shittily when we were all 18. Again, before tattoos were ever a thing. This is our fucking brother.
Yeah.
And so we started off very, very shittily. We have some very shitty ones unfinished on our legs and stuff. But because we allowed him to be practice skin, kind of, I get really good tattoos now for free.
Yeah.
So all I had to do was go through some shittiness. Yeah. And now they're fucking all free and they're fucking really good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And our boy fucking kills it. Evan White at First Hand Tattoo in Warminster.
Yep.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Seriously.
What's his style? Like that pin up.
He'll do anything, man.
Traditional and like he's
like line work. Script is his shit.
So good at script.
So good at fucking graffiti.
Yeah, so good at graffiti.
But traditional usually. Line work's really his shit. But dude, hopefully he can do anything.
Bro. Knock out anything.
Anything.
Yeah.
Like it's honestly crazy.
I've been having a hard time finding the tattoo artist I want. I think I'm probably just gonna start making it a travel thing.
Dude, first hand, bro. Go to first hand.
Yeah. What are you trying to get?
I'm gonna get like individual artists to do specific.
Yeah. Be a fucking collector. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just do like this artist gets this part.
Yeah,
do your thing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, dude, we go. Ev, what are you feeling today?
Yeah.
Like I don't know what I'm getting when I go.
Yeah, no.
I just go like, yo, man, you have something new that you've been wanting to do. I have this space. What would fit there?
Yeah.
Oh, that? Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
And it's usually like, oh, let's do this. Okay.
Yeah.
Like that quick of a fucking decision.
Some
all right.
Some of them, we'd come in with the idea, or some of them have meaning, but for the most part, I just want to cover my body.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a buddy who's a professional fighter, and his entire back is one of those demons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our dad kind of has that.
Yeah.
And he's like fucking dudes up on the ground.
Yeah.
All you see is that thing just like sweating through his.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
Sick.
oh my God.
So sick. So sick.
Oh my God, oh, it's so scary.
So awesome. It's so awesome.
I'm like, he's got to have the belt now. Like,
yeah, dude, hell yeah.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I mean, and it's cool. Like, as crazy as it is, like, our tattoos are kind of a big thing, kind of in our business, especially being chefs. Most chefs now are tattooed. It's kind of like that thing. But like, it's a great conversation piece.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, and like kind of we were saying, like at first when we first come in, some of these people will be a little kind of standoffish. Like,
oh,
just because look at us, fucking dreadlocks. I have big gauges and shit.
Yeah.
Like, and dude, once the fucking food starts, it's all out the window.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier.
I totally forgot he had gauges.
What I was saying earlier is they have to get comfortable really quick with you guys, and it is it's a thing that's just it's just gonna open them up to you because you guys are so open with your tattoos and your appearance. It's like, all right, well, these guys are putting their heart and soul into it.
Yeah,
physically, how you look, emotionally, and as they cook. They immediately, that's what I'm saying. You guys are going to get into like these like just what you did with Harold.
Yeah.
You're going to immediately break down a lot of those barriers, and all of a sudden you're going to be talking about.
Like, usually it's kind of funny, people are like, oh yeah, you guys came in, we had this idea, and the food came out, and like, we had fucking no idea that's what we were getting into.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of like they're like, dude, we had no idea like this was the food that we were going to be eating. We just figured it was like, your basic fucking.
We should do this in David's house.
Meat and potato kind of shit, but
anybody's house.
Yeah,
it'll be at David's, and David's paying for it.
Hell yeah.
Just setting it up. What's the next available date? Let's go. Kids can go in the back.
I literally was just going to book it.
What do we got?
Yeah, it's super fucking cool.
John, who are these people at my house?
It's cool actually. You know, we've
Mr. Thomas.
Mr. Thomas, we're going to talk about this on Monday, but this is delicious.
This is delicious.
They come, yeah.
We've done actually some like surprises, like surprise shits or whatever. Like the one time we went to these ladies' house in Wayne. Like also, we'll go wherever.
Yeah.
You know, we have one in May in Ocean City.
We were in Allentown.
Last week. We've been in Wayne twice.
How far were you traveling?
Dude, we'll go
again. We're Ocean City next month.
You know, we'll go as far as it's worth us going.
Yeah, maybe I'll charge you like if we're fucking driving an hour.
We're
2
gonna
hours.
What if we traveled? Like, what if we went someplace? Like, had to get on a plane?
Awesome. I mean, that's
like,
ideal.
you're gonna pay for my plane ticket and shit.
Oh
yeah, of course.
Then sure, then sure.
Right.
Yeah, no problem.
The Hyundai ain't making it.
The Hyundai ain't making it.
The Hyundai doesn't fit on the G.
But yeah, it's really cool. You know, when we also like see the realization of these people, like, whoa, these kids, because we're
we like to call ourselves kids.
Yeah,
I don't think of myself as an adult.
Well, like, these kids like, I don't know what they're doing.
I don't think anybody does.
That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
And then
it's a hard transition.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
Yeah. And it's really cool being able to then tell all these people about the local people that we're using.
Yeah.
That some of these people didn't even know were around, like these fucking honey companies and the local coffee roasters and these local farms and the local mills that we're using and shit like that. Like, people are like, holy shit, I've been here my whole life. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
All right, so you hit on it. Just for the listeners, if you're in Bucks County, which a lot of them are,
yep.
Best place to buy meat, Herring Brothers.
Yeah, probably that.
Bolton's Farm.
Always get the turkeys there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Bolton's Farm. Blooming Glen Farm for meat too.
Or Dave's Backyard Farm.
How about milk?
We don't drink milk.
Yeah,
I'm not a milk person, so I don't really know.
Person,
I would assume
all right, Penn Dairy. We're gonna move on.
Any of those farms.
Penn Dairy, sure. Sounds good. Yep. Sounds good.
Bolton's has good chocolate milk.
How about like vegetables? How do we get vegetables?
So we use Stony Lane Farm a lot. But honestly, bro, any fucking farm.
Yeah.
To be honest, again, not like trying to just say
if
like
it's
that.
getting from that farm to the basket to you,
it's good. It's good. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just
but no, we use Stony Lane because they're organic.
We have a good friend.
They're our homies. We've now built a very good relationship with them. Like, where I know if we ask for something special, they will grow it for us.
Yeah.
We use
You guys should start a podcast and just interview the people you get shit from.
We should.
Even if it's only like a 10-episode podcast.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to be forever.
It could be a video series.
We're kicking on a fucking YouTube channel.
Yeah, so we've been talking about doing like, meet Stony Lane, meet Mrs. Burns.
Meet Miss Burns. We got our eggs from this girl named Mrs.
We
Burns.
Get literally the most special eggs you can ever fucking eat, and like we are the only ones who buy from this lady.
I didn't know that
the YouTube channel's a lot of work.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't do it.
I'd pay my friend to do it.
Someone else to do
it.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can pay us to do it.
Okay, that'd be great too.
But that's why I was saying, like,
and Gilmar being a chef, I mean, you're gonna have
Gilmar, you do some extra work, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously, if you're gonna go down the YouTube path, be wary.
I know, dude. Like,
but
again,
I would definitely invest in like interviewing those people and videoing it and doing like Instagram clips.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, pretty much. Yeah,
it's really hard to get people invested in longer
YouTube
format
videos.
You have to like, you kind of have to build it up over time. You also have to have like the equipment.
You're right.
So yeah,
if you can make a friend or something
what you just said is kind of exactly what we've been doing. I don't know if you follow us on Instagram and everything. Our girl Sam makes like little TikTok clips and Instagram videos and shit like that. Like, we just went on Wednesday. We'll talk about all that shit too. We just went to this fucking sit right here. We just went to this fucking citrus farm. These citrus growers.
Oh shit.
So she she just took kind of videos of us, talking to the lady, trying things, all that kind of shit.
You have 3 minutes
to eat.
Yeah.
Boom. I'm on this 75 hard thing.
Yeah, let me go grab my phone real quick.
7 o'clock.
Yeah.
So squeeze that into my mouth.
Just squeeze it, and you'll see how it comes out. It's like a little caviar ball.
Yeah.
And just eat it. Yeah.
There's some flowers here for you too. Citrus flowers.
Holy shit.
Here. It's called a finger lime.
Whoa.
Here, I got so many of them.
Yep.
Dude.
Yeah, pass it all around.
Yeah, I want to try them.
Yeah, fucking dope. But dude, like, we've not been able to find these anywhere. And, now they're fucking local. Like, now we have like a local grower who we buy them from. Like,
fucking squeeze it.
Squeeze it. Like, the bottom and shit. Like, literally, like,
squeeze.
The bottom of it and it all pops out.
Yeah,
It's a lime.
Fucking
Finger lime.
taste it, dude.
In case you don't know.
You squeeze it off from the bottom. You can be like all of it out.
Holy shit.
Flowers from the citrus plants. You eat these too.
Yeah.
You eat the whole plant?
Yeah, the whole flower, yeah.
So this.
Do I chase one with the other? Dude, how good is that, dude?
Yeah, so this.
What is this stuff?
A finger lime.
A finger lime.
Yeah. It's called a finger lime.
What's your Instagram? Oh,
At service events. But, you know.
Yeah, so these little flowers then turn into the fruit.
Yeah.
So you can eat the flowers too.
So those flowers turn into the fruit.
Maybe not so much these exact finger limes. But
I understand.
All
Yeah.
citrus, comes from the flower. Yeah.
What would be
get
really
one of
good
the
for your
flowers.
guys' YouTube channel is just following you guys around on a daily basis,
Exactly.
going to get stuff.
Yo, that's
The
what we're
back-
going around.
The back end of what you do
Yeah.
is almost more fun.
Exactly.
It is.
than the
Exactly. It
front
is.
end.
It is.
Right.
It is. It's the coolest part.
Like, yo, you know,
the cooking part is like, yeah, cool, but
I just met you guys. I'm proud of you guys.
Thank
I
you,
don't
brother.
know.
Thank you,
This is
man.
awesome.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank
Yeah, I
you.
was to say this.
Thank
cool.
you, brother.
We have such a weird, we said such a cool thing with this podcast to meet unbelievably talented people, and we get some people that are kind of frauds that come on and all right. We get like guys like you on. I mean,
Thank you.
there's
definitely.
Thank
I
you,
definitely.
guys.
Thank you.
People are
yeah.
always like, "Well, what's this podcast about, or what's the value in it?" Or I'm like, honestly, it's 100% selfish.
Yeah. yeah.
It literally was. We started out, we needed the Instagram stories were hot.
Yeah.
We're like, well, how do we do Instagram stories further?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we could do a podcast and do the videos and everything like that. So we did that, and that's how there was a lot of different reasons for it, but that was one of the main ones. And then when we got into it,
Yeah.
I was like, wow, we're starting to interview people, not just our friends, like we're starting to get other people. And I'm like, at a certain point, I was just like, it's really fortunate that we get to meet people the way we do. We get to sit down with strangers and have conversations, or be able to message people online and be like, hey, I have a podcast. I don't know you. You're up to something. Like,
talk about it.
Talk about it.
But like it's one of those things.
That's the
like,
coolest shit ever.
do you know how good that feels? Getting a message from you saying, "Yo, bro, I see you. Come talk to us."
Some people are weirded out by it.
Well, fuck those people.
Yeah,
then.
fuck those
I think
people.
I think Gilmar found you guys.
That's awesome. Well,
Whatever
thank
it
you
is,
for finding
it
us.
fucking feels amazing.
You know,
So your Instagram is Servis Servis.
so yo, that's our last name.
Yeah.
That's not just a fucking.
That's our birth name. That's our birth name.
Our birth name. Our last name is Service.
So,
It's a government name.
Yeah, it's a government name. Yeah. So Instagram is Service Events. Facebook is Service Twins Events.
And we're actually building a website right now.
Email.
Service-events at .com.
And if someone wanted to book you guys, they would go to Instagram.
Yeah, or just send us an email at serviceevents@yahoo.com. So if you are to reach out to us on Instagram, say, hey man, I see what you're doing. I want some more information. I would then ask you, send me your email. I send you over a PDF file, because again, this is a lot to unpack. So I send you over a file that has all of this unpacking in it.
And make sure you mention the show when you hit them up, so that we can actually,
will.
like,
dude,
when people hit you up and if they got it from the show, I would be interested.
Definitely going to.
I
bro.
would be interested to hear if
this,
somebody.
This will be all over all. Our
No,
shows.
I'm saying like if somebody that's listening hits
calls
you guys
in.
up,
Yeah.
and we like. So much goes on in a week that like, sometimes I'm like, dude, I connected those two people together.
There's
awesome. I would like to know. Be like,
Absolutely,
oh, that was awesome.
bro.
Dude, now we know.
Hell yeah.
There's really good content that you could take from this podcast.
Exactly.
And share the podcast with someone interested in hiring you.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
Ladies
Yeah.
down.
Oh, yeah.
Again, trust me,
Goodbye.
like when you guys give us the file for this, I will make an email campaign. It'll go out to my whole email list.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It'll go out on all of our platforms.
It'll go out
you
on
know.
our events page, on our personal pages,
Yeah,
like,
on
all that
everything.
kind of
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
cool.
We're all about, also like,
These things are.
dude,
Like-
you don't.
like,
What's
you
this flower? What's this flower?
Those in a ceviche or something?
Yo, we're going to.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna serve them as like a fucking amuse bouche. Just I'm gonna serve it. I'm gonna serve one. So I'm gonna cut them in half like that and serve on a spoon, one half squeezed out on the spoon with the citrus flower, and then the other half cut standing up next to it. So you get to also as a guest see how that fucking works. How cool is that?
Yeah,
Squeezing it out. You know what I mean?
it's fucking cool. Yeah, but
Interactive done.
Exactly, yeah.
So that'll be
Yeah,
our
yeah.
amuse bouche for May.
but
and, whatever.
dude, we can get them all year long, so I'm sure we will use them in
all the time.
a fucking million different
Everything,
things.
yeah.
Dude, we got them 2 days ago. I've never even tried them except for 2 days ago.
I've been getting them to everybody I've ran into. Like, yo, dude, you gotta fucking try.
Gotta
these.
try
Yo,
this
you gotta
shit.
try these.
Yeah, I feel like that's honestly the coolest part about what we do
Yeah.
and what we're doing is like we were like, yo, we have fucking training grounds. Yo, we gotta fucking show these guys them.
I gotta show it to everybody. I gotta bring them to these guys.
Being able to like share the excitement that we have about fucking food and what we like to do, like that in itself is fucking worthwhile.
Yeah,
that's worth doing what we're doing. You know,
I mean, if you guys need anything, need any help, advice, introductions, whatever,
fucking like we would love it. You know, we've talked, you know, with other kind of friends of ours who own businesses and shit. Like we just started, you know. Right now, we send out all of our paperwork for fucking LLCs and all that kind of shit just to make sure we're, you know,
covered
and all that kind of shit. God forbid anything happens. But like, we don't know how to run a business. Like,
we do.
We're just too
exactly. You know, like, so
I don't know how to do payroll. And
hearing any kind of advice from anybody,
dude, that's awesome.
Even though it's a whole different business, dude, it's fucking, it's helpful no matter what.
We are throwing around the idea with the guy actually who just opened Holy Q up the street of starting a mastermind group. With
awesome.
I think you guys would have to be fucking awesome to do it with us too.
Yeah, we talked about a couple episodes ago. We want to start a club.
Yes.
But a club full of like-minded, cool business people.
A mastermind group.
Local people, but like make it an actual physical club.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be fucking dope.
Let's do
where we
that.
just hang out, man. Eat those things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Yo, we talk about. We just want to hang out and talk. I want to hear what's working for you.
Yeah.
What's not working for you.
Yeah.
You know, like what's working for us. What's not working for us. Like what's new. What's exciting. What do you have planned in the future.
Yeah.
Like. Even though, again, like I just said, it's a whole different business, dude. We can fucking still get some kind of idea or motivation from it.
Everybody wins that way. You know what I mean?
That's awesome. That's a good way to end it. Everybody wins.
Everybody fucking wins, dude.
Thanks for coming, guys.
Everybody wins. Thank you guys for having us, man. It's been fucking awesome.
Yo, shout out Harold.
Shout out Harold. Shout out everybody, dude. Shout out Grams.
Thanks again, guys.
Thank you, guys.